Greetings and salutations. Hope everybody is well. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so the Ghost of 13-month series doesn't get you and you can stay notified. Short and sweet this week, kind of straight to the point. I like that. I actually prefer this over the some of the elongated chapters that are just a little bit full of fluff. But just bear with me. I'm not going to edit this again. It's just going to be me talking. I'm trying to acclimate to my new schedule with putting out these video essays, and with the script writing and the heavy editing that I'm doing, it's just been hard. So I'm just going to talk again. Hopefully that's okay for a little bit, but I will find a way to kind of get you guys the heavily edited videos every week. Just I'll have to figure it out. That all being said, let's start with some of the stuff that I don't think is as interesting, but it's still important. The stuff that's happening around. So the war is still raging on. They're still waging war. Yama's doing his thing after his catnap versus Yasracha. He's throwing punches. He's going crazy. He's sunning people. They're like, oh, I'm impressive. Did some Shinwan Ryu ship beam pulse thing that was destroying people on both sides, kind of like how Thanos was like just in MCU and Infinity War, not Infinity War, Endgame was just like, yo, fire the cannons, I don't care, even if you hit our troops. So it's that kind of thing. So that fight's going on. I did see Kitty and I did see Lobadan and Doom and a couple of people, so we'll see how that all turns out when it's all said and done. The next thing that kind of happened that I thought was, not necessarily unimportant, but the aftermath of what happened with Dumas, Baam, Aguero, and Rack. I do want to say this, and please don't yell at me. Like, I'm tired. I'm not in the mood this week. I'm just completely unmoved by this whole ordeal. It doesn't move me. Dumas, it took someone of Dumas's caliber to sun these three people, and you have to understand, I wanted to see Bam and this trio lose like this for a long time. This is something I wanted to see, but this didn't feel real to me. This was cheap. Bam wasn't going all out amongst so many other things where it's like, I feel like a moment like this where like the MC really loses and in a bad situation, it should have more gravitas, it should have more impact, and I simply do not feel it. I'm kind of rolling my eyes like, okay, just bide my time until he wakes up and goes crazy or does something stupid and defies him, or goes like, I can control your armor now, Dumas, or something of the sort. But I do think that it's interesting that just throwing Bam towards it made his heart move again. And it must have been based on some move that he saw earlier, but I'm not sure what to make of that. I'm not sure why it was Bam when ultimately Aguero's ability was the one that stopped his armor from moving. And it does seem to me like from inside the inner world of the armor, he's able to control the automaton version of himself that you see kind of going crazy in the world. So we'll ultimately have to see how that all plays out and how it ties into Karaka and how his armor functions. But I'm going to say this here again. I do think Karaka is legitimately living inside the armor as opposed to puppeteering it away, from puppeteering the armor from a distance. I want you to kind of think about what Nagato does with the various pain bodies. So he's in the tree far away, sending chakra through the rods, and he's controlling these things, even though he's all the way over there. I think Dumas' gimmick is just a little bit similar. So we'll see. He's going to bring him towards the family head. I don't know if taking him out the inner world will cause him, sorry, 1 second, will cause him to stop moving again, because Bam's being near his heart is the only thing making it beat. We still don't know if Aguero was dead for sure, but that's kind of that whole situation. But let me get to the thing that I think was the most interesting about this chapter, and the one thing that I really care about for the time being. You saw him pull up, looking kind of clean. He swole, got the scar on the eye. It's the captain or the boss, depending on your interpretation. Some people think there's two versions. The boss and the captain are different. One with the mole, one with the scar. I don't, but maybe you do. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just covering all my bases. So he pulled up. I believe that this is the person Urek Mazino was here to hunt, and he came and said the tower needs a new leader, boss, a king, if you will, meaning what he truly wants possibly is to replace Zahard and rule the tower. I find this motivation very interesting and something that I'm excited to see play out. But yeah, he's pulled up. He's here in the war now. Looks like he's about to take some action and see what we're going to see what he's going to do, and we'll see if Ureka is the one that can stop him. And it'll be interesting too if Lusek at least sees him and flies by him or something, recognizes the appearance as maybe the king of the tower, and be like, So yeah. That's kind of all that really happened this week, all things considered. There's some fighting, the aftermath of Dumas just carrying Bam's body and throwing it towards his heart and then walking out, and Yama and them doing their thing, and then the captain kind of pulling up and being like, yeah, it's my era, on some like teach shit. So interesting stuff. I like this is easily my favorite chapter of the year 2024 thus far. Actually, I don't know if that's true. That's not true. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. We'll just see what happens next week. But at least it was quick and painless, if anything, if you didn't like the chapter this week. But let me know what you guys think. How would you rate it? What was your favorite panel? What was your favorite piece of dialogue? Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you can stay notified. And you guys have yourself some mighty fine day. Signing out. Patreon gang, appreciate you guys every month as per usual. You guys be paying my bills, helping me get through life every single day. Huge shout out to the CBLs. That's a certified Baam lover. They be loving Baam, LaBam, James. But a huger shout out to the Priest of Fire. Those are the tier 2s, the certified brothers lovers, and they might be the real CBLs. And the biggest shout out to the 5th Zen God. Shout out to all of my tier 3s. Shout out to I'm in the Gym, Abdel, Childish New Jabez, Fairs, Huey, Johnny Rogers, number 1 mod Catan, Lazy Dragon, Lucky Roo, Naz Riley, Revenant, Scobe, Simi, Tao, Tino Brown, Urek Masino, Wolf General, Zodiac Nemiko, and Zyler Scotty. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I got to eat some sugar grass today. Oh yeah, we moving on up, baby.